in South Korea. It's creating jobs in South Korea, not just with SK, but anyway, with Samsung and other industries. So I think it's a win-win. 질문에 대해서 답변을 드리겠습니다. 한미 양국의 이번에 워싱턴 선언에서 구체화되어 있는 확장 억제의 강화와 그 실행 방안은 과거와는 다른 것입니다. 먼저 이를 논의하고 실행하는 NCG라고 하는 핵협의 그룹을 출범을 시키고 실시간 정례적으로 정기적으로 논의를 하면서 양국의 핵 자산에 관한 정보의 공유, 또 여러 가지 상황에 대한 정보 공유, 그리고 그 대응 방안에 관한 공동 기획과 또 관련된 훈련과 연습에 관한 이런 공동의 이 실행, 이런 것들을 조금 더 강화하고 구체화해서 한반도에 맞는 북핵에 제대로 대응할 수 있는 그런 맞춤형 확장 억제 협력 방안이 강구됐고 이런 것을 추진해 나가는 과정에서 북핵에 대한 그러한 국민들의 우려는 많이 해소될 것으로 보고 있고, 그리고 어떠한 그 핵을 쓰는 상황에서 한미 양국의 강력한 핵 전력을 포함한 모든 압도적인 대응으로 신속하게 대응을 해 나가기로 했습니다. 더 질문 있으신가요?
네, 안녕하세요. 저 MBN의 원중희 기자라고 합니다. 저도 양국 대통령 두 분께 질문을 한 가지씩 드리고 싶은데요. 답변 지금 주셨지만 확장억제 관련해서 이번에 한미 핵 협의 그룹이 좀 구성됐을 때 한국이 좀 구체적으로 어떻게 여기 작동하는지에 대해서 여쭤보고 싶습니다. 이를테면 핵무기 탑재가 가능한 미 전략자산 운용에 한국이 좀 어떤 식으로 관여하게 되는지 이런 부분 설명 가능하시면 좀 부탁드리고요. 관련해서 바이든 대통령께 여쭤보고 싶은 것은 오늘 발표 보면 한국은 이제 NPT 체제를 유지하면서 확장 억제를 강화하는 방식을 채택을 했는데요. 대통령께서 보시기에 이 정도면 북핵 위협에 대해서 한국 국민들이 느끼기에 좀 안심할 만한 수준이라고 판단하시는지 여쭤보고 싶습니다.
핵 협의 그룹의 활동에 대해서는 함께 정보를 공유하고 같이 일을 한다는 것입니다. 구체적으로 무슨 정보를 어떻게 공유하고 일을 어떻게 하는지는 이 자리에서 말씀드릴 수 없습니다만, 좀 전에 그 핵 우산에서 기초한 그런 확장 억제하고는 좀 다르고, 이거는 좀 다른 것이 아니라 많이 다릅니다. 미국이 그 핵 자산에 관한 정보와 이 기획 또 거기에 대한 대응 실행을 누구와 함께 공유하고 의논한 적이 없기 때문에 이거는 하나의 새로운 확장 억제 방안이고, 그렇기 때문에 더욱 강력하다고 자신할 수 있습니다. The response I would give you is that extended deterrence means that we are having more consultation with whatever actions contemplated are taken. And we made it really very, very clear. And the ROK is repeatedly formed this determined commitment to non-proliferation treaty. The Washington Declaration is a prudent step to reinforce extended deterrence and respond to advancing DPRK nuclear threat. Look, nuclear attack by North Korea against the United States or its allies or partisans or partners is unacceptable and will result in the end of whatever regime would take such an action. And it's about strengthening deterrence and response to DPRK respiratory behavior and include consultation. And idea that I have absolute authority as commander-in-chief and the sole authority. But, you know, what the declaration means is that we're going to make every effort to consult with our allies when it's appropriate, if any action is so called. Certainly, we talked about this and some other things today, but the bottom line here is there's even closer cooperation, closer consultation, and we're not going to be stationing nuclear weapons on the peninsula, but we will have visits to port visits and visits to submarines and things like that. We are not walking away from it. My turn to ask a question. I think the next question is Mary Bruce, ABC.
Thank you, Mr. President. You recently launched your re-election campaign. You've said questions about your age are legitimate, and your response is always, just watch me. But the country is watching, and recent polling shows that 70% of Americans, including the majority of Democrats, believe you shouldn't run again. What do you say to them? What do you say to those Americans who are watching and aren't convinced? You've said you can beat Trump again. Do you think you're the only one?
I may not be the only one, but I know him well, and I know the danger he presents to our democracy, and we've been down this road before. And with regard to age, you know, and polling data, I noticed the polling data I keep hearing about is that I'm between 42 and 46% favorable rating, etc. And but everybody running for re-election at this time has been in the same position. There's nothing new about that. It's making it sound like Biden is really underwater. Number one. Number two, when the same polling data asks what they think what kind of job I've done, it gets overwhelmingly positive results. From 58% thinking that we did from the CHIPS Act and all the things we've done. You know, we've created, like I said, we've created 12 million new jobs. We've created 800,000 manufacturing jobs. We have economic growth moving. We're in a situation where the climate, we've invested more money and more help in dealing with the climate crisis than any nation in the world. And so things are moving. And the reason I'm running again is a job to finish. The other thing is that, look, you know, think about what I inherited when I got elected. I inherited a nation in overwhelming debt at the time, number one. In the hole for the 4 years that he was president. I inherited a nation that had a serious loss of credibility around the world as America first. And, you know, the first meeting I attended the G7, I said, America's back. And one of the world leaders said, for how long? For how long? There's a great concern about the United States being able to lead the free world. And we're doing that. And those same polls to look at, and polls are saying, whether I pull together NATO and the European Union as well as the partners, I think we have. But there's more to do. And with regard to age, I can't even say, I guess how old I am, I can't even say the number. It doesn't register. And, but the only thing I can say is that one of the things that people are going to find out, they're going to see a race, and they're going to judge whether or not I have or don't have. I respect them taking a hard look at it. I take a hard look at it as well. I took a hard look at it before I decided to run. And I feel good. I feel excited about the prospects. And I think we're on the verge of really turning the corner in a way we haven't in a long time. I know you're tired of hearing me say we're in an inflection point, but we really are. What happens in the next 2, 3, 4 years will determine what the next 3, 4 decades look like. And I have never been more optimistic in my life about the possibility of the United States.
To be clear, though, you just said, I know him well. Did Donald Trump's decision to run affect yours? Would you be running if he wasn't?
Here's my question.
Yeah, I think I still would be running. I do know him well. He's not hard to know, as you know. You know him well, too. The question is whether or not, look, there's more to finish the job. We have an opportunity to put ourselves in a position where we are economically and politically secure for a long time. Look, we continue to have, and we don't like to hear me saying it, there's still a contest between autocracies and democracies. And we're the leading democracy in the world. It's something I know a fair amount about, something I care about, and something that I have found a willingness along
President Yoon, the recent leaks revealing the U.S. was spying on South Korea, did that come up in your discussions today? Did the President give you any reassurance?
You have to repeat that. Need the mic.
Where's the mic?
Mr. President, the recent leaks revealing the U.S. was spying on South Korea, did that come up in your conversation?
You need the microphone.
Yeah.
My apologies. Thank you. Did the recent leaks revealing that the U.S. was spying on South Korea come up at all in your discussions? And did President Biden provide you any assurances?
지금 한미 간에 그 부분에 대해서는 소통하고 필요한 정보를 공유해 나가고 있습니다. 지금 미국에서도 조사가 진행 중이기 때문에 또 이 국가 간의 이 관계에서 이런 다양하고 이런 복잡한 변수가 있는 문제에 대해서 좀 시간을 두고 미국의 조사 결과를 지켜보고 충분히 소통할 생각입니다.
This will be the last question.
Yeah.
질문해 주셔서 감사합니다. 카이네이션 뉴스의 김학재 기자라고 합니다. 저 먼저 두 번째 총리께 질문 드릴 텐데요. 윤석열 대통령께 먼저 말씀드리겠습니다. 대통령께서 이번 미국 국빈 방문으로 한미 동맹이 첨단 기술 동맹으로 좀 강화하는 전략에 이 과정에서 미국과의 궁금한 구축, 첨단 과학기술 협력, 첨단 기업 투자 유치로 성과도 보여주셨습니다. 근데 이런 성과가 기업들에게 긍정적인 영향을 좀 주겠지만 국민들 개개인에게 어떤 좀 영향을 줄지 단기적으로 또 장기적으로 어떤 영향을 줄지 좀 말씀 좀 부탁드리겠습니다. 또 바이든 대통령께도 좀 질문드리겠습니다. 한미동맹 70주년을 기념할 정도로 지금 분위기는 좋지만 아직 그 기자회견문이 있어도 아직 한국 기업들이 미국의 반도체법과 인플레이션 감시법 때문에 많이 불안해하고 있습니다. 미국에 투자한 우리 한국 기업들이 불안해하지 않도록 바이든 대통령께서 어떤 메시지로 좀 안심을 시켜주실지 말씀 좀 부탁드리겠습니다.
지금 한미 간의 기술 협력, 또 첨단 산업의 협력 강화는 먼저 우리 기업의 경쟁력을 키울 것입니다. 그리고 국제 분업 체계에서 높은 생산성과 부가가치를 창출하는 그런 상품들을 만들어 낼 것이고, 우리 국민들께서는 그러한 과정에서 전후방 효과로 나오는 다양한 넓은 이런 산업 생태계 구축에 또 많은 투자와 일자리의 기회를 가질 것입니다. 그리고 무엇보다 미래 세대에게 어떤 도전과 혁신 의지를 불러일으켜서 우리 경제와 산업이 앞으로 더 번영하고 풍요해질 것이라고 믿고 있습니다. Reassurance is that it's overwhelmingly in our interest for Korea to do well. No, it is. It's very much in America's interest for Korea to do well, very well, because they are one of our most valued partners. And so I think the combination of growing democracies and democratic institutions as well as their economies is overwhelmingly the benefit of the United States, whether it is in South Korea or it's in Australia, the deep South Pacific. And so I think that the reason, overwhelming reason, plus in addition to that, we're increasing the number of student exchanges, access to more information between our folks, educating our people, as well as we're going to be cooperating in everything from space, technology to medicine. And so there's so many opportunities we have. And I don't think at least we don't, but I don't think so far, most of the here you have a nation that is significant, but is not a nation of 2, 3, 400,000 people making the kind of change it's making. It gives other smaller nations hope to believe that if they have democratic institutions and commitment and impact on industry as a factor of the cutting edge industry, new science and technology, including AI and other things, that there's a future. And I think that's what this is about. And so we view South Korea's economic growth as a benefit to the United States as well as freedom. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate it.
Mr. President, what's your message to Donald Trump?
Please remain in your seats until the official delegation.
Anything on debt limit, sir? Anything on the debt limit vote? Are you going to talk to McCarthy?
Republicans say you're refusing to negotiate on the debt limit. They're saying you're missing in action.
Will you negotiate?
haven't figured out the debt limit yet.
Are you missing in action?
Will you negotiate with them on the debt limit?
Will you meet with McCarthy?
Let's meet with McCarthy, but not on whether or not the debt limit gets extended. That's not negotiable. I notice they quote Reagan and they quote Reagan all the time and they quote Trump, both of which says, I'm paraphrasing, it would be an absolute crime to not extend the debt limit.
When are you going to Africa,
When you
Mr.
negotiated
President?
in 2011 as vice president.
All right. That's fun. That's interesting.
Can you hear me?
All right.
No, I don't know because they can.
Hearing. Oh, where?
Yes.
McCarthy, that's non-negotiable.
Hey.
Enjoy your afternoon. No,
Thank you.
no,
Thanks.
it's my photographer.
Good enough, yeah.